Okay, that's gonna be quite something, I think.
I am the blade.
Alright, pull it back. Let them come. Yeah, and pull back.
Scythe them down!
Well, thanks for that. Oh, didn't intend that.
I am the Wrath. I am the blade.
Yeah, it's dodging at least.
I obey.
By all means, put that fire down. One down. Okay.
Blades bared. Seeking the foe.
Pull back right there.
I am the wrath. Let me give rein to our hatred. Bring me the foe.
Alright, pull back right here. That was Oh.
Let me give
Just these
rein
two, huh?
to our hatred. Let me give rein to our hatred. I ask only that the enemy is within my reach.
And one Forge World down for the Forge City, down for the count, I guess. Or damaged at the very least.
As the human forge pit burned, the ripples of its loss were felt on the front lines almost immediately. Guns fell silent, fuel tanks ran empty, and the legions of Kivroth were in the ascendant.
The enemy has revealed another of its many weaknesses. It relies on ceaseless, unthinking production to supply its crude war machinery. With even
A truly masterful strategy, Vargard. The invaders now persist only at your sufferance.
We shall not be complacent, Cryptek. The humans are frantic and careless. They will already have begun erecting new dens of blunt industry. Find me more targets.
Indeed. But for now, that is definitely a victory. Okay. Yeah, we're going to use this one.
have executed your functions with commendable diligence, despite the failings of Nemesor Hecamheb and our lost Pharaon.
As is my duty and my honor, Grand Vizier.
Yet, I sense you share my dissatisfaction with the blunt stratagems of our courtly superiors. We require a weapon to sow terror into the underdeveloped minds of the invaders, to cast the shadow of death where they believe themselves safest. I speak, of course, of the Flayed Ones.
The Flayed Ones are a disease, Grand Vizier. They may be a terrible weapon, but they are insane, unbound by royal authority. Their appetite for carnage is their only reliable aspect.
The paucity of received wisdom blinds you to their potential. Flayed Ones have overtaken a failed tomb structure close to a route used by human convoys. I believe the Flayer curse draws its victims to sites of slaughter, so it should be simple to lure out a significant horde for study.
I must counsel against this, Grand Vizier.
Do not be bound by the conventions of our fallen lord, Vargard. You see a hopeless cause. I see a conundrum to be cracked. Now, go and create our calamity. Once you bring forth the Flayed Ones, I can begin observations.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the army as is. Maybe I,
As is...
Yeah.
I'm...
It would be nice to be able to change the army leader from that. There we go. Do it.
Though burdened by ever greater misgivings, Nefershah could not yet defy the will of the Eupatridae openly. Instead, she sought a target likely to deny her the magnitude of bloodshed Flayed Ones reveled in, and selected an Adeptus Mechanicus convoy ferrying materials plundered from our world.
The convoy will be at its most vulnerable at this point, devoid of air cover and far from reinforcements. We must strike with great shock and speed. The enemy shall have no choice but to flee before us and preserve their stolen cargo.
Synaptic disintegrator fire shredded the minds of the vehicle crews, bringing the convoy's tail to a shuddering halt. As the Royal Guard rushed to engage, covering fire continued to rain down on the invaders.
Herded like the animals they are. Close in and engage.
All right. So we got Adeptus Mechanicus convoy. Let's see what this brings.
With her trap sprung, the Vargard's force continued to perform for Jebka's satisfaction. They fell upon the shocked convoy with a deadly swiftness.
Well, there might
The
only be a
dynasty
handful of enemy
stands.
types, but there sure is a lot of them.
I command.
Let them move closer. One down. Rip.
The battlefield changes, yet we must be constant.
They're heavily upgraded units, unfortunately.
Ready. All paths lead to inevitable victory.
Alright, he's stunned. Oof.
Ready to command.
I had the choice.
In obedience.
And I chose to sacrifice that unit instead of taking damage on my lord. That is a decision.
Honored Vargard, the lead vehicle has come to Entering a defensive position.
A curse on these stubborn aliens. Even lowly beasts recognize they must flee when death lifts its scythe. Advance to the front of the convoy. Shatter their defenses and force them to understand the futility of resistance. We shall deny Yakka his slaughter yet.
Will you? That is the big question, will you?
The battlefield changes, yet we must be constant.
I do admit I didn't quite expect this level of challenge from, well... One down. Alright, he's no longer irradiated.
In readiness. Ready to command. Ready to command.
Fall back right there.
I command.
Yeah, he's gone.
I command. The battlefield changes, yet we must be constant.
Okay, just one armor right there.
The dynasty stands.
Okay. My army is completely weakened, but victory. Too many
As
vanguards.
the Royal Guard advanced, more survivors of the convoy assault regrouped to bar their way.
These animals seem determined to provide bloodshed for Jepka's hubris. Make quick work of them.
The Adeptus Mechanicus troops gathered around the foremost vehicle of the convoy, setting up hasty firing positions. Rad-saturated gunfire fell among the Royal Guard as they approached.
Give these wretches no pause. Close with the foe and scatter them.
The dutiful noble led the assault, a shining example of the dynasty's might as they delivered the will of the Vargard. The Royal Guard stormed the front vehicle. In defiance of all reason, the Adeptus Mechanicus had chosen to make a futile last stand rather than flee before the wrath of their betters.
So be it. Jekka will not be satisfied until every heartbeat is silenced. Press home the blade and end this.
Biotransference cost us everything, but I do not miss the unreliability of the flesh.
Well,
What wills the court?
we're gonna play a bit of a game, aren't we? Using the death marks to try and kill them before they close into
Ready to command.
too much. I mean, we do have that destroyer, but
What wills the court? Ready.
I think the previous battle was the harder one.
In readiness. All paths lead to inevitable victory. I command. All paths lead to inevitable victory.
Okay, well, some battles are just a brutal slog, others
All
are just a
paths
joke.
lead to inevitable victory. In obedience. The battlefield changes, yet we must be constant.
That's it.
It is done. Fortunately, it seems we drew out no Flayer horde. Let us hope the Grand Vizier is satisfied with this slaughter.
Indeed I am. Be not concerned, Vargard. My experiment was anything but a failure.
Grand Vizier, I had not expected you would leave your research to watch such petty destruction.
But Vargard, destruction is research. These flayed ones may not have made an appearance that you could perceive, but I detected unique energy signatures from our abandoned tomb. They are watching, and with a little prompting, we will soon see their ghoulish tide sweeping over those who would challenge our dynasty.
Hope that was worth it.
Vargard, while my research into the Flayed Ones continues, I would explore other methods of waging a subtler war than my fellow Eupatridae. The Royal Guard, being a small force with reasonably competent leadership, may prove suitable for such operations.
As ever, Grand Vizier, I am at the dynasty's command.
I would have you conduct an exploratory mission. An experiment in the field, if you will. The humans have constructed bases behind their lines from which their ramshackle winged craft launch strikes against us. Your force will infiltrate and destroy one such site to gauge how these creatures detect and respond to our operations.
Such a target will be well defended and distanced from our zones of dominion. It will present certain challenges.
So much the better, Vargard. Every crude tripwire you encounter will be recorded in my archives for those who follow in your footsteps.
All right, that's done for a moment. Dread Strike. We can also increase a leader's commercial deployment capacity by 1, so Yeah. That seems like the better option. And we can assault the Forge Temple. That's not really a tricky mission whatsoever. Maybe I should use him, if for no other reason than to actually get some use out of him, really. Okay. Yeah, and next turn, this force will be ready to unleash a freaking reckoning on my enemies. That's gonna be pretty good. Especially with the kind of stuff. I mean, this one unit won't be, but outside of that, everything else will be. Costin, sign up.